Good morning, Park Ridge High School.
Happy February.
And welcome back to Owlwitness News. Next week, the Erase Club will be hosting a screening of Black Panther in the Little Theater. Check Schoology for more information.
Still stressed about midterms? Join the middle school for their play, The Greek Mythology Olympiagonza. Tickets are only $5.
Speaking of the middle school play, here's a sneak peek from Grace.
Today, I took a trip to the set of the Greek Mythology Olympiagonza to see what the middle schoolers have been cooking up the last couple of months. So let's see what's going on in Greece. And that's what's going on in Greece. So come see Olympiagonza!
Thanks for that quick look, Grace.
And here's a new scoop on Groundhog's Day.
Today is Friday, February 2nd, which is also Groundhog's Day. Every year on this date in Pennsylvania, a groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil, emerges from his slumber and dictates for the American public whether or not there will be 6 more weeks of winter or early spring. For the past 3 years, Punxsutawney Phil has seen his shadow, meaning that the American public has endured 3 years of long winters. However, is Punxsutawney Phil's dictation truly accurate? The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has said, quote, Punxsutawney Phil has no predictive skill, claiming that he's only accurate 39% of the time in his 127-year run. Is Punxsutawney Phil the groundhog a fraud?
I see a shadow on my stage.
Is it safe to say that relying on Punxsutawney Phil to dictate our weather is simply BS? Bad statistics. Can Punxsutawney Phil the groundhog save his inaccurate track record today? Let's see what Park Ridge High School has to say.
Mr. Wilson, do you think Punxsutawney Phil will see his shadow tomorrow?
I believe that he definitely will. That's my prediction. Longer winter.
No!
The past few days' weather. I don't think so. No sun.
Yes, he will see his shadow.
Do you guys think Punxsutawney Phil will see his shadow?
Yes.
Hopefully not.
I hope that he doesn't see his shadow. I'm ready for spring.
I hope not.
Mrs. Julian, what is the class consensus on whether or not the groundhog will see his shadow today?
Well, according to our class, the groundhog will indeed see his shadow, which means more winter and hopefully more snow.
I think the odds look pretty good. Winter's over, spring's on the way. He doesn't see it.
I do think he's going to see his shadow. It's been a cold winter and it's going to get colder a little bit, unfortunately.
I personally don't think he's going to see his shadow. It's been a pretty mild winter. So.
I think Potbelly is going to see his shadow because my mom is an almanac and she says so. Potbelly is not going to see his shadow.
Do you think Punxsutawney Phil will see his shadow this year?
I do. Global warming, the sun will be out, he will see his shadow.
The people at Park Ridge High School have spoken, and they say, expect an early spring because Phil will not see his shadow. But are we really to believe this con man? Can this grotesque rodent overcome years of inaccuracy? We find that out today.
James, do you believe in Groundhog Day?
No, Phil's a fraud.
Well, that's all for tonight, Park Ridge High School.
I'm moving out.